In 2006, a case of mistaken identity pulled Darrick Smith into a systemic snare. He watched as the heavy iron doors of a jail cell began to slam shut on his life. He was taken to St. Louis City's medium security institution, a facility the locals simply called the Workhouse. Inside, guards routinely withheld food from the inmates. They used the hunger to orchestrate gladiator-style fights, forcing prisoners to brawl for basic commissary items while the officers watched for entertainment. When the fights ended, medical help was denied. As injuries went untreated, severe staph infections were allowed to spread unchecked through the cramped living quarters. The Workhouse functioned as a crucible, engineered to extract compliance through physical suffering and the steady erosion of human dignity. Darrick was an impossible target for this kind of treatment. He wasn't a criminal. He was an innocent man caught in the gears of a bureaucratic error. He had already survived a childhood of loss on the tough side of St. Louis, where he was raised by his grandmother after family members were taken by street violence. Now he faced two different versions of the same threat: the chaotic danger of his neighborhood and the organized, state-sanctioned violence of the Workhouse. His experience raises a difficult question. How does a person rebuild their life after being targeted by the system that was supposed to protect them? By 2017, Darrick's role had changed. He had transitioned from a victim of the system to an active community organizer. He stood directly in front of City Hall alongside the activist group Decarcerate STL, demanding that the city finally close the doors of the Workhouse. His demands found high-level political support from figures like Tishara Jones, who also publicly campaigned to shut down the facility. His organizing efforts continued to grow, eventually leading to his appearance alongside national civil rights figures in the 2021 documentary Ferguson Rises. This work placed Darrick at the center of a massive wave of resistance, as a community fought for systemic justice in the years following the death of Michael Brown. This activism was a direct counterattack, an attempt to dismantle the specific institutions that had once tried to break him. While Darrick confronted the city in the streets, he also engaged in a private fight to secure the next generation within his own home. He entered a grueling legal battle to find a safe house and win full custody of his two children. As a single father, he made the choice to homeschool his kids himself. This homeschooling effort acts as a shield, protecting them from the statistics and low expectations often imposed on Black families by a broken society. For Darrick, this work at home is where the cycle of trauma finally ends. He is ensuring that the history of the streets and the Workhouse never reaches his children. The final stage of Darrick's survival is his creative output. He has turned his history of pain into a prolific career as an independent artist. This chart shows the scale of his work ethic. In just 1 year, his output erupts into a catalog of 250 songs. That creativity expanded into technology. He began building AI tools, including image generators and systems to help artists find the perfect hook. He shares these platforms for free, using his own technological path to remove the limits for other independent creators. This massive body of work is a documented record of self-administered therapy, the sound of a man who refused to let his spirit be crushed. Darrick Smith's journey has taken him from the depths of the 2006 Workhouse tragedy to a life as a tech creator, a prolific artist, and a dedicated father. He has shown that true survival is found in taking institutional trauma and transforming it into a permanent legacy of art, love, and community power.